This is Anna. Welcome to the Raven Wolf channel. Today I'm gonna be reading the Mayan Factor. I'm gonna pick up where we left off. Can't speak. I do have a different setup going on today. Remember, I'm in the process of moving and things are a little crazy over here. So I also apologize ahead if you guys hear my dogs walking in the hardwood because I'm actually in the living room. So, like that. I'm sure you guys can hear. But anyways, let's just go ahead and start. So we left off where it was the Baktuns. It was talking about the different Baktuns. And there are from 1 to 13 Baktuns. You can't see. But let's get started. Alright, you guys, so let's get started. This is talking the different Baktuns from 1 to 13, but actually we're gonna start the first with Baktun 0. Now, the Mayans were one of the first civilizations, if not the first civilization, to adding to the numerical counting the 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, you know. But anyways, so Baktun 0 is the Baktun of the star planting, which happened in 3113 all the way to 2718 BC. Entry of Earth into galactic synchronization beam. Planting of transmissions of the Galactic League among people across the planet. Consolidation of Upper and Lower Egypt. 3100 BC. Expanding of Sumeria, 3000 BC. Construction of Stonehenge began in 2800 BC. So that was the Baktun 0. So Baktun 1 is the Baktun of the pyramid, which happened in 2718 all the way to 2324 BC. And that is the construction, activation of the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt, 2700 all the way to 2600 BC. Marks an anchoring of the planet's light body. Spread of Sumeria civilization. Akkad and Ur and development of bronze. Beginning of Harappa, Indus civilization. Beginning of the sacred agricultural life. China, Mesoamerica, and Andes. Baktun 2, Baktun of the Wheel, 2324 to 1930 BC. Full establishment of the wheel, initiation of transport technology and cyclical thought, written codes of law, and metallurgical technology in Mesopotamia. Sargon and the First Babylonian Empire, beginning of chariot warfare, territorial imperialism, era of legendary emperors in China, establishment of the Minoan civilization, Crete. So Baktun 3 is the Baktun of the Sacred Mountain. That happened in 1930 to 1536 BC, and is the Middle and the New Kingdom in Egypt. Relocation of the center to Sacred Mountain of the West, Valley of the Kings. Marked decision of Egyptians to perpetuate dynamic rule. Consolidate patterns of offensive territorialism and a norm for civilized life. Waves of invaders. Hittites, Aryans, destruction of the Minoan, Indus civilization. Baktun 5. Baktun of the House of Shang, 1536 to 1441 BC. Establishment of the Shang dynasty. China, initiation of the Jing-Zheng doctrine advance. Bronze metallurgy and patterns of Chinese civilization. beginning of the Vedic civilization in India, emerge of Chavin civilization, Andes and Olmecs, Mesoamerica, Akhenaten, Egypt, Abraham and Moses, Israel, Hittites, consolidation, and Mesopotamia. Baktun 5, Baktun of the imperial seal. Happened in 1141 to 747 BC. Babylonian Assyrian empires, iron weaponry and war machines, rise of Mycenaean Greeks in Mediterranean, sack of Troy, Zhou dynasty, China emerges of the I Ching, spreads of the Olmec culture through Mesoamerica, horse use for warfare, patterns of militaristic imperial rule and dynasty succession established as a norm of civilized life on planet. Baktun 6. Hold on one second. Sorry. Baktun 6. Baktun of the Mind teachings, 747 to 353 BC. Period of way of the Galactic Mayans in Mesoamerica. Persian Empire, rise of the philosophical individualistic thought, supplanting earlier collective forms. Pythagoras, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle in Greece. 6 schools of Vedic thoughts. Mahavira and Buddha. India, Lao Tzu, Confucius, Chung Tzu in China. Construction of the Monte Alban in Mexico, beginnings of the Mayan calendar system. Baktun 7, the Baktun of the Anointed One. It happened 353 BC to AD 41. Hellenistic civilization. Alexander the Great. Rise of Rome. Beginning of Roman Empire. Celts in Europe. Advanced iron technology. Waring state consolidation of China by Qing Huang Ti. Beginning of Han Dynasty. Great Wall of China. Spread Buddhism, cosmopolitan religion from India to Central Asia. Jesus Christ, Gnostic religion of the Middle East. Diffusion of the Olmecs and beginning of Teotihuacan. Baktun 9. Baktun 8. Baktun of the Lords of the Red and Black. Completion of the pyramid center of Teotihuacan. Consolidation of Mesoamerica cultures, regime Lord of the Red and Black. First teachings of Quetzalcoatl. Moche, Nazca, and Tijuanco in Andes. Easter Island, emerge of West Africa kingdoms. Expansion and collapse of the Roman Empire. Rise of Christianity, collapse of the Han Dynasty, and spread of Buddhism in China, Southeast Asia. Baktun 9, the Baktun of the Maya. That happened 435 all the way to 830 AD. Is the second galactic Mayan visitation, Pakal Botan and the Palenque and flourishing of the Maya culture regime, Mohammed and the rise of Islam, Roman Christian Western Europe and Byzantine Orthodox Christian Eastern Europe, rise of Hinduism, India, spread of Buddhism to Tibet, Korea, Japan, Tang Dynasty, China, rise of kingdom in the Southwest Asia, Indonesia, Borobudur, Java, ascending of Tiwanaku in the Indies, Polynesian civilization, Oceania, early flourish of Nigeria civilization. Baktun 10, Baktun of the Holy Wars. That happened 830 AD to 1224 AD. Collapse of the Maya in Central American civilization. 1. Reed, Quetzalcoatl, and rise of the Toltecs. Chachan and Chimu civilization, Andes. Rise of life in Nigeria. Flourish of the spread of Islam of confrontation with Christian civilizations. The Crusades. Rise of Tibetan civilization. Song Dynasty, China printing press, gunpowder, Khmer Dynasty in Southeast Asia, Great Zimbabwe in East Africa. I don't know why I did that. So Baktun 11 is the Baktun of the Hidden Seed that happened AD 1224 to 1618. Expansion of Islam to India, Central and Southeast Asia, West Africa, seclusion of Tibet, rise of the Turks, Mongols, conquest of China, seclusion of Japan, rise of Zimbabwe, East Africa, Ilf and Benin, West Africa, peak of Christian civilization, West Europe and the rise of the Orthodox Russian civilization, East Europe, reformation and split of the Catholic Christian Church, spread and triumph of the European civilization, in conquer of the Inca and the Aztec empires, beginning of European colonization, decline of sacred world, hidden secret. Hidden seed, not secret. Baktun 12, Baktun of transformation of matter. That happened in 1618 to 2012. Rise of the triumph of the scientific materialism, European world conquest, Industrial Revolution, Democratic Revolution of America, Europe, colonization of Africa, Latin America, and Asia, industrialization of Japan, Karl Marx and rise of communism, Communist Revolution of China, Russia, World War I and World War II, atomic bomb and nuclear era, rise of the third world power, Islam, Mexico and India, global terrorism and collapse of technological civilizations. And it comes with this awesome diagram or picture or something. I'm gonna try to get a close-up picture and put it in the video when I edit it so you guys can see it, but I don't know how well it's gonna turn out. But yeah, so on the Baktun 12, I guess I didn't finish reading, but on the Baktun 12 is the Baktun that ended in the cycle in 2012. So, there was a lot of misunderstandings, and I think it was actually done on purpose, putting fake news about the end of the world that the Maya predicted. Because if you know and you do your research, the Maya never said that it was the end of the world in 2012. They never said that. They said it was the end of the cycles. Just like they had different cycles before. They keep track on the cycles. The Mayans were amazing track records of the different planets, of the different cycles. So they knew what's up. But anyways, I didn't finish reading. So the collapse of technological civilization, Earth purification and the era of global generation, information age and the crystal solar technology, and the galactic synchronization. So when we witness in the summary review of the characters and the chief activity of the 13 Baktun cycles, it is acceleration, an expression of activity, building up in the Great Wave Formation, reaching the climax in the 13 Baktun cycle 12, the Baktun of the transformation of matter, the name of the final Baktun, as well as the initial one, the Baktun of the start planting, gives the clues. What appears as a process of history, the Great Cycle is actually a planetary process, a stage in the conscious growth of Earth. The crafting of the Earth light body. In this total planetary endeavor, humans are sensitive atmospheric instruments galactically utilized in a process whose objective is to the transformation of the material field of the planet. The end of transformation is to raise the overall planetary field of the higher, more harmonic level of resonance frequency. In this way, the planet light body, the consciously articulated etheric shed of Earth, is constructed. This is something of what it means in reference of the great cycle as 5,125 years diameter of great galactic synchronization beam. In order to grasp the meaning of the history as the galactic synchronization construction of the planet's light body, it is necessary to understand the role of our planet in relation to a larger organism of which it is participating member to the solar system. As we understand it, the solar system consists of a central star, the Sun, and its family of at least 10 planets. This solar system is a self-contained organism whose solar sheath or morphic field is called the heliocosm. Every 11.3 plus years, the heliocosm pulses outward, and then for another 11.3 plus years, it pulses inward. These 11.3-year inhalation-exhalation cycles are referred of the heliopause, whose total movement occurs over a period of 23 years, while 16 260-day cycles equals to 11.3 years. 11.3 23 years are cycles among the last approximately 260 years. The registering of the solar inhalation-exhalation by the heliopause corresponding precisely to the activity of the binary sunspots movements. In the sunspot activity, two spots, one negative, the other positive, pulse inward from position 30 degrees north and south towards the solar equator. Approximately every 11.3 plus years, the two sunspots meet in the equator, reverse polarity, and begin the process again at 30 degrees north and south of the solar equator. Cued to the heliopause, the total sunspot movements occur in a period just under 23 years. In other words, the morphic field of the Sun has a breathing pattern some 23 years of duration. Clearly, the sunspots, whose activity causes great disturbance in Earth, radio waves, and the bioelectromagnetic field in general, are connected with the solar breathing process. If we can view the solar system as a colossal organism whose body, the heliocosm, encompasses the orbit of the planets, what is the role of the planets within the solar body? And how does the solar body breathing process affect the planet? Good question. In consideration of these matters, we must also take into another important variable. In the Earth, it is consciously evolving living organism. What's about the Sun about which it orbits? Brave contemplation leads us to the inescapable position that the Sun, too, possesses an intelligence, but one that is vast and virtually incomprehensible to us. Nonetheless, our forebears of the ancient civilization of Egypt and Mexico, Peru, and Mesopotamia had some knowledge of this. In this knowledge lies their so-called sun worship. Furthermore, the activity of the heliopause and binary sunspots yields some indication of the nature of the solar intelligence energy process. From the accumulated knowledge, ancient and modern, we may give the following description of the intelligent solar organism. Coordinated by a central star which continuously monitors galactic information through the cyclical pulsing of the binary receiver's transmission, the solar body is articulated as a series of subtle waves corresponding to the orbit of 10 planets. As Kepler intuited, a series of subtle waves corresponding to the orbit... I read the same line again. As Kepler intuited, the planetary orbits possess a harmonic relation to each other. In this way, the asteroid belt was discovered orbiting between Mars and Jupiter. Uranus was discovered orbiting beyond Saturn, and Neptune and Pluto were later discovered orbiting beyond Uranus. What is important in this description of the solar field is the harmonic wave pattern created by the planetary orbits in their movement around the sun. What, then, of the planetary themselves? If the sun is the central coordinating intelligence in the solar field, the planets represent the harmonic gyroscopes, whose purpose it is to maintain the resonant frequency represented by the orbit which the planet holds. Indeed, this is precisely the description of Earth, for instance, spinning into its axis. Through the heliocosm, the total body, solar body, is a self-regulating system. It is at the time a subsystem within the larger galactic field. Thus, inhalating consists of the cosmic force, galactic frequencies, monitored either directly from the galactic core and or via another intelligent star system. In exhalation, represented transmuted streams of energy, information returned back to the galactic core, Hunavku. The planet orbital harmonic gyroscope assists in the mediation of the energy information flow to and for the galactic core. The inhalation represents a solar moving flow, the exhalation, the lunar galactic flow. As we shall see, there is correspondence between the solar inhalation-exhalation and the 10-planet gyroscope and the 20 sacred signs, the 20-day signs. In the overall solar evolution process, which encompasses our planetary evolution, let us say that the purpose is to arrive at the superior intelligence coordination of the various planet centers to the central solar core, and for the central solar core for the galactic core. The indices of the solar body attaining a new level of consciousness integration are represented by the increasingly harmonic frequencies of the planet orbits and in resonance with the sun's own increasing harmonic frequency. Let us also assume that the process of the star attaining to such level of consciousness, intelligent coordination, reaches a stage in which cooperation is solidated and received from other, more evolved star systems. The cooperation of the other star systems will be in the form of resonant frequency synchronization beam, focused on the orbiting harmonic gyroscope, the planet themselves. The focusing of such resonant frequency synchronization beam naturally would be attuned to the galactic harmonic and will be represented as a minimal fractal of the total galactic season flows. As we have already seen, the galactic harmonic is 5,200 tons, or 260 catoons, in diameter and contains an encompass of all mathematical ratios governing the radiant and genetic properties of the universal life. For reasons which will become more evident as this vision of the solar intelligence of the galactic community unfolds, the focusing on this beam corresponding to the Earth 3113 BC to AD 2012 has been particularly significant for the transformation of terrestrial intelligence. Let us just say for the moment that during the synchronization 5,200 tune beam, the resonant harmonic of the third orbital gyroscope Earth had been deemed pivotal in the establishment of the stage of intelligence coordination, allowing the solar system to enter fully into community of the galactic intelligence. Within the context of the morphogenic fields, the 5,200 tune great cycle can be viewed as a galactic activation field of a purpose resonant divided into 13 cyclical subfields, a total field of resonance. The purpose of the great cycle is to facilitate Earth liftoff, the creation and realization of the planetary light body. Through the human instrumentation resulting in transformation of matter and the simultaneous creation of the species, transcending coordination of intelligence, a genuine planetary consciousness is attained. This acquisition of planetary intelligence, represented by signs, men, is the prerequisite for attaining consciousness resonance with the solar intelligence represented by the sign Ahau. Hold on one second. Oh, I can't pause it. Never mind. To make all of this information more meaningful and useful, let us return to the 13 Baktun cycles of the wave harmonic of history. Let us look at these 13 cycles and landscape of morphic resonance divided into 7 mountains and 6 valleys, each a discrete field of morphic resonance unto itself. These 7 mountains and 6 valleys build up a single ever-gathering wave formation to a climax, which occurred towards the end of the 13th cycle. The purpose of this climax, towards the end of the 13th cycle, the Baktun of transformation of matter, so to induce an increase of harmonic frequency. Remembering that the Earth is harmonic gyroscope, the heightened harmonic resonance affected by a singular unification of human consciousness will assist, sooner than later, in the propelling of the solar body into community of galactic intelligence. In this consideration of the 13 Baktun cycles of the synchronization being considered as 13 morphic subfields, our attention is drawn to the end of the beginning of the cycle themselves. These points of transmission between subcycles are critical in our understanding of the morphic fields. For a while, the fields hold the memory for a species. It's gotten dark. I think it's gonna start raining. It's kind of hard to see the letters, but I think I'm just gonna read this one paragraph and then I'm gonna end it here. It is movement of cyclical transitions that changes in the programming. I'm gonna read that. It is at moments of cyclical transitions that changes in the programming are introduced. Obviously, more minute of cycles, the subtle the program change, the larger the cycle, the greater the program change. In the human organism, these changes are experienced as shifts. Talking about shifts in the dominance of particular archetypal pattern. And I'm gonna end it there. So, very interesting because it's talking about the shifts and all of the different cycles that we're going, and yeah, it's perfect timing to be reading this book. So I hope you guys enjoy. Sorry about my new little setup. If you could hear the dogs and stuff, I apologize. But I will try my best to put the picture of the diagram that I showed you guys earlier with the different Baktun cycles, because it's very interesting. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here, and I will see you guys in the next time. Bye, you guys. Mwah. In Lakesh. Bye.